You mentioned girlfriend. So you bisexual?
I'm polygynous.
So you believe in just like multiple partners, like
No,
just
polygyny is believing that a man who can provide for and handle having more than one woman should be allowed to have more than one woman.
bet.
Two girls, one luck, basically.
Yes,
So you've been with both men and women.
correct.
So who would you say was the best in bed?
I think that
man or a
varies like per partner and connection. Like personally, I prefer women. I think that women are more attentive and they're more sensual, but it can go both ways. I know men who are like that too. So it just really depends on the person that you're with and whether or not they're paying attention to what your needs are.
But in your situation, there will be multiple partners. So how is that dynamic in the household if there is a household?
Yeah, how
So
does that
So,
balance
Is
out?
it the same house
I
or is it?
prefer it to be a household.
So how's that dynamic? Y'all still fussing and shit like it's, or how's that?
Yeah, you fuss.
Just like a
So to me,
relationship.
in my
It's a
mind,
relationship, just an extra person.
in
So
my
the nigga
mind,
just fussing with two females.
the mix up
You
is
outnumbered.
Lord.
the mix up with me personally is like there has to be a 1, 2, and 3. You could try to say that somebody's gonna be in charge, then the other two people are equal, but in my mind, there is a 1, 2, and 3. Somebody is gonna be the least desirable to me. Like if in my mind, it's like it's simple, Matt. Like you two women right here, I'm gonna prefer one of you. I'm going to. It's automatic. No matter how much I like both of you, I'm gonna prefer one of you. So like, how does that work?
That means you're not polygynous. That's all that is.
It just
So y'all really be like
Equal.
equal.
So a man is the head of the household, but the women are equal.
The women are equal.
Yeah. He has to see to both of our needs. And a lot of men always go, oh, you're poly. Like, yeah, I get to have another girlfriend. Da, 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 da. But you have to emotionally, sexually, financially, spiritually be there for another woman. So the same arguments you have with
You
your
gotta
old
be a
lady,
big dog.
now
You
you
fussing
gotta
with
have
both?
them
I couldn't
same
picture that.
arguments with two old
Nah.
ladies.
And see, you know what?
Nah.
You know why that wouldn't work with
good
me?
on that.
Nah.
You know why that wouldn't work with me? With
Nah.
a, like relationship wise, like me and my girl, we too deep in. Like ain't nobody about to be equal
Yeah.
to her no
Right.
time
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Like we deep in.
It's different
The
to
only
have
reason
two
I feel like I
females,
could
but
be
to be fussing with
poly
two
is
females,
if I'm going
dead.
like into it like that.
Dead.
I mean, being equal, it's about equity more than equality, because if I come into a situation and I've only been dating a man for 6 months or less, I would never expect to be equal for him to have the same amount of trust for
Right.
me in a relationship that he's in with his wife or his girlfriend he's been with for 15 or 20 years. There's no way
Right.
that you could think that that's going to be the same. You have to go through the same trials and tribulations of a relationship. It's just two relationships on different, like they run parallel but not at the same rates.
Yeah.
So I can't come
Yeah.
into a situation and be like, oh, you and your wife discuss bills, or that you were gonna buy a motorcycle. You didn't discuss it with me. We're not on the same. It's not the same thing. I wouldn't expect my boyfriend of 6 months to include me on every financial decision that he makes.
Now that's understandable. That's understandable. But I think a lot of people would get it confused. Like a lot of people just think it's like it's a nigga with two chicks. But to even just think about,
Nah,
if y'all
you
in
gotta-
a
you gotta-
relationship
yeah.
with both of them, you gotta understand that it's a relationship with both of them. Like y'all actually going through trials and tribulations. Now you got
Right.
double that. So a lot of people get that.
And
misconstrued.
also
A lot of
with
men
like
can't
with the
handle
poly lifestyle, it's not like from what I know, it's not all about just a man and this woman, then a man and this woman. Them two women gonna go on dates too.
Sometimes it really depends. There's different
Yeah.
like different configurations of poly. So in poly, it breaks down with polyamory, which is the big umbrella, which includes all different types of relationships. So you can have two men and a girl. You can have a girl that have another boyfriend and she have a husband. It's a bunch of different. There's two couples that could be dating in different ways. But personally, I'm polygynous, which means I believe in a one man and as many wives as he can handle. So I just think that it really depends on the man. If you have to be a man who can handle that and who has space in his mental capacity and in his heart to love more than one woman.
Let me ask you a question. Does your island roots have anything to do with that? I know you have Trinidad blood in your veins
I
running
would
through.
never
You know what I'm
say
saying?
that they'll nail me to the cross.
So
No.
so it's actually the opposite.
No,
of that.
it's not. I think they it has nothing to do with roots. It has to do with just the way that people choose to love. I mean, there are people in the islands who are poly, there are people in the islands who are gay or what have you. So it's all different types of relationships, just like they have here.
Yeah.